There it is. Never relax. I put that t-shirt on just for this video. I'm not a big t-shirt guy, but I thought that was pretty good. I got that from United Wholesale Mortgage, and that's a great company, by the way. All right. Hey, the purpose of the video is not to show you my t-shirt, okay? Although I do think that's pretty cool. So thank you for coming to the Built to Sell Discovery Day. That was a good day. All right, so I've got a few things I want to share with you right now. So I appreciate you making time to watch this video. I believe it will be very timely and really good follow-up and beneficial to you, okay? There are 3 bonus gifts that I want to give you for coming to our Built to Sell Discovery Day. You may be thinking, wow, Todd, that's pretty good, giving us gifts. And the answer is, it's the least I could do. You traveled to come, and you spent a whole day with me. You're interested in our system and our vision. That's awesome. So we got a lot of stuff in alignment here. But let me tell you what the 3 gifts are that I'm going to give you. And then I'm going to walk you through them in this short video. And I want to share with you our core values and a mission statement, okay? Because I don't get into that too much at the Discovery Day because, the first thing is, hey, is the system something that you can leverage? The brand, the plan, the system, the technology, the people that we have here, is that something that you can leverage to achieve what you want, your vision? And that was the purpose of the day. And we definitely, I think, got through all that. So here are the big 3 bonus gifts I want to give you. Number 1, I want to give you a copy of our follow-up script. It's called the Universal Conversion Script. Let me get that right. Universal Conversion Script. All right, so I'm going to walk you through what that is, and you've got the access to it right now. It's a bonus to you. That thing is awesome. Okay, number 2 is the first 12 months checklist of our $10 million gross commission income business plan. So I took essentially the best parts of the Built to Sell playbook, put them into what I consider to be a chronological order called the first 12 months checklist. I'm giving you a copy of that, and I'll walk you through that here momentarily. And there's a link to a video that if you haven't watched it yet, I'm begging you to watch that thing. It is the plan, that business plan checklist that I'm giving you, the system, and the CRM, lead generation website and CRM, how we took that business plan and baked it into the technology platform for amazing real estate professionals like you and the agents that you have at your company. Watch that video, and I believe when you do, you'll be completely inspired and convinced in me that it might be the easiest pathway ever to selling more homes and making more money with the least amount of money and quite frankly, involvement from the agent or you. Okay? All right, good. So let's get right into these bonus gifts. I'm going to walk you through them here right now. I'm going to follow that up with our mission and core values. I believe you'll enjoy hearing about that and getting some backstory on it. You know what? Let's just get in it right now. So I'm going to share my screen. Here I am on the yhsgru.com, the university as we call it. I'm going to the file vault, and I'm going to pull up this follow-up script. We have that in what we call the infrastructure folder. You'll see this on the first 12 months checklist as week 2. Infrastructure comes right after a success track. This is all part of the foundation of a really good business building. And here it is right here. It's called the follow-up script. We call it the Universal Conversion Script. All right, I'm opening it up right now. And you actually have a copy of this that you can download, I believe, somewhere around where this video is. So I'm going to spend 3 minutes here, maybe 5, walking you through the ins and outs of this conversion script. Okay, but you should have remembered me talking a little bit about this at the Built to Sell Discovery Day as I scrolled down through it. And what I did when I had my real estate sales team back in the day, okay, now real estate companies, this is what we do. We'll say, okay, you're looking for a really good place to get started with a system that can change your life and a lot of other lives too. The place to start is the offers that you make to get appointments, not leads, but appointments. Most people want to know what they need to do to start to get leads. And I'm like, yeah, that's the majority of the industry. But when they get leads, they seem to like hose them up. They're not able to convert enough of them at a pace fast enough and a levels high enough to achieve what they most want, i.e. scale. And I'm like, I think it's because they're weak on conversion skills. So what do you start with? You start with the leads, or do you start with the offers that you would make when you get the leads? It's really interesting discussion. So I'm going to bypass the discussion piece of it. I'm going to give you my pro tip. My pro tip is I would not generate any leads. Look, you already know how to handle referrals. That's not what I'm talking about here. Okay, you, the agents at your company, you guys know how to deal with referrals. Like, it's kind of hard to mess those up, right? But I will say this. Here's a pro tip. If it were me, I would treat referrals the same way as I do new inbound leads. But you can't treat new inbound leads from complete strangers that aren't referrals the same way you do referrals. But you can treat referrals the same way you do new inbound leads from strangers. Does that make sense? Okay, so what most people do is they treat new inbound leads from strangers the same way they do when they're following up with a referral. And this is why they suck, primarily, to be polite. This is why most of the industry sucks at conversion. So the best thing to do is to flip the script. Okay, and that's what we did. So we treat all leads as if they're complete strangers, even referrals. Okay, and you'll see what I mean here momentarily. Okay, that's number one. Number two, so I scroll down on this script here to the offers. Okay, and you can see right here there's a buy first offer, there's a sell first offer, there's a newsletter offer, and then there's an offer to follow up right there, number 6, on both the buyer side and the seller side, an offer to follow up at a future time frame. So you can see what I've done here. I didn't start at the top. I started at the offers. Okay, so when I would bring somebody onto my sales team, I think you remember hearing me say this. It didn't matter whether the courier, the listing coordinator, transaction person, a marketing person, or an outside or inside sale. It didn't matter. The place to start is the offers. So I would give them this follow-up script, and I would draw a magic. I would take a big black magic marker, and I would circle these 4 offers. Okay, 6 is 1. Buy first 2, sell first 3, market watch 4. 4 offers. And I would say, okay, this is welcome to the number 1 real estate sales team. Okay, and here's where we start today. We got to memorize these offers. First day on a job, how long do you think you need to do it? Okay, and the person would say, well, I need 1 hour, 2 hours, a day, half a day. It didn't matter to me. Whatever they said they needed, I gave it to them. And then when they come back, I would role play. I'd say, okay, market watch newsletter, go. Sell first offer, go. And we would role play. And if they got it wrong, I went, fail. That was it. Fail. Okay, and they would kind of laugh, and I was like, that's strike 1. And they would be like, are you serious? And I'm like, hey, I don't think you heard me. You just joined the number 1 real estate sales team. Like, we're the best. And this is the kind of company I want. I want your business to be the best. And the best insists on following very strict standards of excellence. So that's what I would tell my customers is no. I mean, the agents at my company, so that we could, perform well with customers. I would say, okay, look, you can screw up a lot of things, but you can't screw up the offers. The courier might say, well, Todd, why do I need to know this sell first offer at all? I'm just the courier. No, you're not just a courier. As a matter of fact, no one is just anything at this company. Okay, you're going to be out, Mr. Courier, you're going to be out banging a sign in the yard. And a neighbor's going to come over, and they're going to start asking you questions. Hey, what's going on? They put the house up for sale. Like, what's the price? And what are you going to say? No, thank you. No, you're going to say this. I don't know. I'm just the courier. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. That's not the standard that we want to do. Okay, so when I convinced my couriers of this, as an example, they become some of my best lead generators. No joke. They would go out any particular day, put signs in the yard, like 3 houses, and come back with leads. People in the neighborhood and others that they would run into, and they would make these offers. You got it? This is the same for your admin and your ISAs and your OSAs if you can create that level of standard. And it's important that when people join your business, that you immediately create a standard. If you don't, they will create it for you. They will bring their standards in. And most of my experience is it's not exactly what you want. So there's so much to pack in to this one thing, this callback script. All right. So anyway, the callback script breaks down into buyers and sellers. Okay. And you'll see right here, let's say you're a buyer. Okay. And I'm saying, hey, Mr. Buyer, this is Todd with Your Home Sold. Guaranteed Realty. And the reason I'm calling is I received your request for information about our property there at 1065 Gunner Court. Have you folks bought a home yet? All right, so you can see that the first part is where that's the approach. That's the introduction. Who are you and why are you bothering me? Okay, and it happens for buyers and sellers. Now, pause. I'm not going to train you on the script today because that's what we do inside of our university where I pulled it up from. Extensive training on role playing and conversion. Because if we can't convert the leads, whether it's an inbound call from a referral or a sign call or anything in between, it's going to be a tough real estate business. And this is the number one issue, in my opinion, in the industry. Is people just get plenty of leads. There's tons of them. They just don't do a good job of recruiting, of conversion, excuse me. So anyway, so that's the first part. Second part is to establish motivation and timing, whether it's a seller or buyer, which is key. If you remember at the Build to Sell Bootcamp, I said the number one metric to determining whether your marketing is working or not, whether you've got a good marketing channel or not, is not conversion of the lead to a closing. It's whether the lead answers this question right here. Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Okay. So the answer to that question is going to tell me whether I've got a good marketing source or whether I need to make a change. And I gave you a rule, if you remember, I gave you a parameter or a rule for establishing that. And our rule was a third or more of all the leads saying yes. If a third or less is saying yes, we got a problem with the lead source, and it's going to be very difficult to make money with it and scale. Okay, so remember, you came to Built to Sell Discovery Day for one reason and one reason only, and that was valuation optimization. It was to make your business better, i.e., creating it or turning it into an asset that works for you rather than you in any way working for it. And that's what we do at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Okay, all right, so that's pretty cool. And all of these questions don't necessarily get asked. Okay, because I give you an example. Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes. Check that box. Okay. Do you have an agent to help you when the time is right? No. I go right to the offer. Again, this is all handled in our training. Okay, now, again, back on the offers. The offers are good. You can see the buy first offer is, offers homes that you can find and homes that you can't find on the internet, but access to them, okay, that they can't get on their own. That's a really good offer. Okay, and they say yes to it, you close for a face-to-face appointment at their place. If they're coming in from out of town, you close for a face-to-face appointment on Zoom. Okay, that's it. So unless they're coming into town soon. So I would ask that from a buyer if they were living in Michigan and they want to buy a house in Florida and I'm in Florida, I would just ask them, hey, are you coming into town over the next few days to look at real estate? No, we're not planning on coming into town. Okay, well, when's a good time over the next couple of days for us to hop on Zoom so I can get this system set up for you and take down your home buying criteria? See how easy that was? All right. So, and I'm going to do my presentation on Zoom. Again, this is all covered in our training, extensive training. Okay. Same thing on sell first offer. You can see it's a market evaluation, but we layer it with other value. I can give you some tips on what to do and what not to do to get your most amount of money when you get ready to sell and go over all the various costs you'll have so you know how much you have left in your pocket after closing. So that's a really good value stack and it's a really good offer. And it typically works no matter what they want to know about, even the guaranteed sell program. All right. I'll give you an example. They call on a guaranteed sell program. Hey, I got this postcard in the mail. Or, hey, I saw this billboard. Hey, I saw your social media post. Hey, I saw this ad on this property over there and it said something about you'd buy my home if it didn't sell. Yep. We can absolutely do that. We have a guaranteed sell program where we can guarantee the sale of our customers' homes. If they don't sell, we'll buy it. So are you planning on making a move next 3 to 6 months? Yes. Do you have an agent help you when the time is right? No. Okay. Probably the best thing to do is let me pop by, have a look at your house. I can give you a really good idea of what you can expect to sell it for. And while I'm there, I'll give you some tips on what to do and what not to do to get the most amount of money when you get ready to sell it. And I'll even go over all the various costs you'll have so you know how much you have left in your pocket at closing. Now, this is a complimentary service that we offer homeowners in the marketplace, and it obligates you to nothing. You are not obligated to sell. Does that sound helpful? Okay, see how that works? All right, now, this Market Watch newsletter offer and this longer term prospect, when do you think those get offered? Right, when they say no. Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? No. Okay, now they may not say no. They may just give some, no, we don't sure, whatever. Okay, we don't know. It's like, okay, were you planning on staying in the area or moving away? Oh, no, we're going to stay in the area. Great. So when do you think that might be? And then they give you a timeline that's longer than 6 months. Okay. Now I know yes or no. Okay. So it's longer than 6 months. So I offer the newsletter. Oh, fantastic. Hey, would you like to receive a copy of my free monthly newsletter to keep you in touch with what's happening in the marketplace? They say yes. I'm like, awesome. Let me make sure I've got your contact information. I got your email address is X and your cell phone number is X. Okay, great. And then I close this way. Hey, would it be okay if I followed up with you at a later time? And what do you think they say? Yes. And I'm like, okay. Well, when's a good time for me to follow up? And they tell me, and I schedule a call in my CRM for half the time. This is all covered extensively in the training on the university. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and I'm going to show it to you. Okay. So this is bonus gift number one for you, from me to you. Okay. So here I am on the university in the training center, and we have this kind of training in two parts. Okay. First of all, infrastructure. Okay. So I'm going to click on that in the first 12 months checklist. You can see inside sales agent follow-up script. There are 6 videos there to get certified on. Here's the inside sales agent system. That's essentially teaching the aspects of how inside sales agents and departments operate for scale. And here's the inside sales agent training: is if you brought on a new person and all they do is follow up with leads, what do they need to do, how they need to do it. Got it? So those are the big things. Here's even using texting to convert leads to appointments. Okay. Here's the system on receiving inbound calls outside of your cell phone. That's a no-no, by the way. Taking inbound calls, using your cell phone as a business line. You will hemorrhage leads that way. So again, we don't need to get into that today. We cover all that in our coaching and training. And the purpose of my video today is not to coach and train you, is to provide you with a free gift. We don't run a coaching program. We run a franchise prototype called Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And we license you that. You take it, put it in your business, and then you get all the coaching and training that you can handle on that system working for you and your agents. All right, so there's my first gift there. You like that? Okay, then let's move to bonus gift number 2. All right, so let's do that. You're probably wondering, Todd, aren't you the chief executive officer of this, multi-$100 million company? Why are you sitting down on a video and sharing and coming to me? Well, first of all, I'm in the university here, and I'm clicking on File Vault to get to this first 12 months checklist. And I'm going to pull up the checklist. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to answer that question for you. All right. So this business plan is in week 1. It's called Success Track. Okay. And there it is right there, your 12-month checklist. I'm going to pull that up. Okay. Open that puppy up right there. There it is. Okay. So we looked at this a little bit at the Built to Sell Discovery Day. Okay. And I'm going to answer this question. Then I'm going to walk you through this free gift here that I would recommend that you download and read. Read every word on every line, please. Okay. Now, why am I recording this video, and why not, someone other than me? Like, why am I talking to you? Okay. Well, my job, first and foremost, is to get the company to a position to where it can do its thing with our next level. And our vision, with this roll up and IPO, I decided that I was going to lead the way for the foreseeable future at new customer acquisition. And I'm not talking agents. We have an amazing agent recruiting system, and they get recruited every day around the country, and the agent count continues to go up for all of these brokerages. My job is to meet and get to meet people like you that we can work together and scale up to, $300, $400 million company. So we'll be in a really good position to make an IPO run, and that'll benefit everyone. That's it. So I believe it's the best use of my time. So that's why I personally do these, and why I'm coming to you with this material. Okay. Plus, it represents you knowing that I know the system very well. I'm not disconnected from it. It's what I used in my own business to do super well in real estate. Okay. All right. So here's the business plan. The $10 million gross commission income business plan. You may be saying, why is it called $10 million? Well, 100% of everybody who's fully implemented everything on this list here, they make over $10 million a year in income. Okay. And number one question I get from people that are trying to find ways to discredit anything that we do. And I don't mean that negatively. I might do the same. If I'm not trying to discredit things, I'm trying to poke holes in it to see if it's for real, because it sounds really good, when I'm presenting it to you. But you've seen enough testimonials now to know that it's real. Okay. And it's really good. Okay. But, like it can't be as good as you say, Todd. How come everybody's not succeeding with it? And I'm like, but they are succeeding with it. Like the worst implementer copier in our entire system makes more money than they did before, right? The best copies and implementers, people who understand, how a franchise prototype system really works. So they copy, which was me. That's how I got here. Those people obviously are going to do much better. Plus your vision, okay, your ambition, your ability to lead, manage, hold people accountable, all those things that some people have a little more natural propensity to, and others need to improve their skills first. Okay, all that factors into it. So, but you seem like someone who was super smart, super ambitious, super successful by industry standards. Like you can make this work faster than the average Joe. So, but you own it. The object is to own your real estate company, leverage the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty system and brand to scale your business up so that it becomes more valuable. And, we go from there. All right. So here's how this checklist works. So enough of that. Okay. So it breaks down by week: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, and then it goes every other week. Okay. The first 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks are the first 90 days. And you may be saying, but it says 3 weeks. I understand that. But we give new brokerages and new agents that want to scale up a sales team, we give all of them 90 days just to get those first 3 weeks, understand it, implemented. Like don't freak out, don't rush into it, but be methodical about the pace. Okay, so but that's a big deal. And then we get into these other things, very hot and heavy. Okay, more ads, more places, more often, which is pure unadulterated lead generation on low cost. Brand House, which is search engine optimization, inbound leads by sheer existence. And then, of course, 2 of our guaranteed sell programs, multiple cash offers plus price in the guaranteed sell program. And then improving how you convert buyers to lifetime customers and getting paid an optimum fee, okay, more than the industry average by at least 50% or more, okay, including the 72-hour rule that maybe you heard about. And then from there, see, it's, hey, how you doing with your technology, okay? And then it's, okay, let's leverage customers to get more customers. That's awesome, okay? So that's a huge focus of the first 6 months of working together, okay? And then it's really about scale, improving operational effectiveness, leveraging the reviews that you're getting, the financial model, and how to recruit, hire, train a super profitable sales team. Okay. The introductory piece to that. And then we're really good at that. Obviously, I wrote a book on it with Craig. And then, of course, all the way down to week 50 and 52. 50 is like, let's go make another $1 million. Okay. You did that the first 12 months. Let's do it again. Okay. And then scaling up from there with the Built to Sell playbook. So that's it. So that's the summary. And then in the 12-month checklist, you'll see it breaks down into the actual criteria. And so sometimes there's some notes for me, some pro tips, but all this is the same. It says, watch this, okay, and then go do that. But what I want you to do is I want you to read the entire business plan. You can see it's 28 pages long, okay? 28 pages. Read it. Now, the purpose of this is to compare it to your blueprint, what you're following, okay, the business plan that you are leveraging every day to achieve what you most want. Whoever you got it from, whether you built it yourself or whether you got it from a coach or a trainer somewhere out there in the world, I want you to compare it. And here's my personal guarantee to you, okay? Never relax. Personal guarantee. If you can find better, If you can show me a better plan, okay, to making $10 million or more with your real estate company, sales team, brokerage, I don't care. Show me better. And when you do, I will write a check for $10,000 to the charity of your choice. Okay, now perhaps you don't believe you need a blueprint or a plan. And the answer is you don't. No one needs anything except air, food, water, right? It's really about it. So, but if you want to scale up your business, okay, and you're hungry to do it, you need a plan. Okay, it's not optional. Otherwise, you're going to be drifting one way or that way, chasing shiny new objects, susceptible to different companies' pitches. Some people tell you what, you need to be on social media. You better be doing content every day. It's like, yeah, dude, you got to do content for 36 months just to start to see anything at all from it. Okay, and that's if the content's really good and you've got a really good team behind you that knows how to promote that. Okay, because it ain't automatic just doing a video and obviously getting likes and views and people calling you and saying, "I want to buy a house from you." You know that. So there's a process for anything. So the social media, for example, the leads may be free, but the cost to get them ain't, because it costs you a lot of time and you had to have a really good team behind you that knows what they're doing online. Okay, I know because I have one. So anyway, that's the first 12-month checklist of the Built to Sell Playbook Business Plan, which is a $10 million gross commission income business plan. That is the deliverable. Thirdly, okay, the third thing I'm going to share with you right now. Let's take a look. Okay, I have a link to this landing page. And it says how we make it fast, easy, and seamless for you to earn $1 million or more in net income with our exclusive plug and play system. What does it look like on mobile view? Oh, look at that. Cool. All right. So anyway, our systematic approach to done for you implementation allows you and your agents to make a positive change without losing time or money. So I want you to watch this video. Okay. So in the video, I'll just click the play button. Want to know how agents are adding? Here's Mr. Walters. Forbes. Okay. The reason most businesses fail. I talk about this plan that we just talked about. I talk about this system baked into a technical. Go back and look at that. Let me find that business page. Business works without her with plan and system. There it is. That's what I want to look for. So in the video, I walk you through the checklist. I walk you through the system, and then I show you how we took a technology platform called the YHSGR lead generation website and CRM, and put all of this in there so that more of the implementation happens without your constant involvement. And this is the framework of that CRM right here that I talk about in the video. Okay, so if you understand the power of technology, watch that video. Now, why is this a free gift? Well, you're going to see how to integrate a blueprint or a business plan for scaling up a business, okay, that should be all about your system that produces predictable results on getting customers, leveraging the customers to get more customers, converting those customers to paying clients and lifetime customers. Okay, so that's what your system is supposed to do predictably to scale. Ours does. Okay, and okay, again, we guarantee all this for you. And you're going to see how we took it and we made it an actual technology platform. Okay, so best way for me to describe it is buying a Chick-fil-A franchise. Okay, when you buy a Chick-fil-A, you walk into the Chick-fil-A, you cut the lights on, and that's it. It's all done for you. Okay? It's all done for you. You don't build anything. It's already built. That's cool. Your job as the owner-operator is to leverage people and leverage those systems and leverage Chick-fil-A's brand and marketing for scale. That's how it works. Okay? So it's a pretty good partnership between our license and you and you're great people. And our job is to license it to you, support you on it, coach and train you on putting it to use, and feed you with the leverage necessary to do a great job with it. And this video right here probably goes a lot further than just about anything I can share with you right now to doing that. That's why I want you to watch it. And when you watch it, you will see how we did that. So if we're not going to do any business together, you and I, it's still a prerequisite if you want to scale up to a really bigger, better business. Okay. You can go use other people's systems like Follow Up Boss, Commissions Inc., and Sierra Interactive. Those are really good platforms, but they're commoditized. That means they're made for the masses. You're using their thing, okay, that you can't change. There's some minor customization inside of a CRM. I certainly understand that. But in terms of like baking in intellectual property, and the automation of it that we've shared with you, and you'll see on that video, I think you'll clearly see it's pretty superior. So one more time, if you can find a better system, better plan, better system, especially with the coaching and training, let me know. Write a check for $10,000 to the charity of your choice. Okay, cool. So you can see I'm big on guarantees. And that's sort of the name of the company, Your Home Sold Guaranteed. So why wouldn't we be big on guarantees? I like guarantees. I like certainty. Okay. And I think the customers do too. And I think you do too. Okay. So I'm going to share with you right now the mission and the core values. And I'm going to get back to enjoying your day. And I appreciate you watching this video. Okay. So let me jump in and share with you those important things to me, which I believe are super important to you and why we like each other. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. Our vision is to be the best place to work, buy, and sell real estate. Okay. And I need your help. Okay. I'm looking for amazing people like you that we can do business with, and we can build a business like that. I don't believe the world needs another real estate brokerage or another real estate agent. What they need is something different. And I look around the landscape, and as good as some of these real estate companies are, when you really get after it, they're not really different. They don't offer certainty, which is what the customers most want. And the commissions are declining regardless of the company brand, except for ours. So something's not right. So that's where we stand to make a difference. And with people like you, we can do it. Our mission is to go serve big. And when you think about it, selling is really serving. And you'll see the secondary headline there says, when you put others first, you will never be second. This comes directly from the Bible in Christ's Sermon on the Mount when he talked about a second mile service. So I took that literal in terms of just going overboard with the service that you give, going the extra mile, whether the other person deserves it or not. Got it? So that's where the difference is. Most of the people, put it frankly, I don't deserve most of what I've been given that makes my life better. Okay. Sure don't feel like it. But at the other side of the coin, maybe I am deserving. At least God thinks so, because it keeps coming. The abundance and the opportunities. So even through adversity, it seems like there's some good that comes out of that for me. Maybe you've experienced that. Maybe you haven't, but that shapes and forms a philosophy. And the philosophy is that if we can help enough other people get what they want, we can have pretty much anything and everything we want in life. Hence our mission of Go Serve Big. How do you know when we've achieved this mission? Okay, well, when you have a goal or a vision for your business, when we can check the box that you've achieved it, there you go. That's how it works. That's why on the first page of the seller and the buyer agreements that I showed you, we document what the customer wants. That's essentially is their mission, their vision for what they want to achieve. And the mission is how it's going to be accomplished. And any mission is achievable. So again, it's measurable. So, and that's ours right there. So I don't know if you align with that or not, but that is our mission. And with you, I believe we can do it. But so if we lead that way of like, we want to serve and we want to serve bigger and better than just about anyone else out there in the world, we're probably on our way to doing something really great. These are our core values. I was told by, some outfits that I would do business with, like would say, Todd, these aren't really core values. These are more like the individual mission statements. And I was like, no, a core value has a definition. And I preferred to list the definition as the core value versus the word. Does that make sense? So it sort of flips the script on how most businesses do things. They'll have a core value of like integrity, but integrity has a meaning. So rather than second guess what it is, just say what it is. All right. Because integrity for some people is different for others. Some people think integrity is giving some of your money away that the seller, quote, says he's going to pay you to a buyer's agent. They think that's integrity. And I'm like, I think it's not fair to the seller. So it lacks integrity. See what I'm talking about? So everybody has their own definition of that. Hopefully that didn't offend you. But I don't believe I should be coercing a seller to give away their money to a buyer's agent who doesn't represent them without fully thinking it through and offering it in such a way as the seller knows what he's getting himself into, because it's like me walking into court. And I've got an attorney that I've hired to defend me. And across the courtroom is a person that's suing me, and they got an attorney. And somewhere through the court proceedings, I discover that the attorney I'm paying, my attorney, is paying the attorney representing the person suing me. That sounds insane, doesn't it? That's listing agents and sellers for the majority of the industry. Okay. So now I used to operate that way. And, but at some point I discovered we didn't have to. We could actually get more leads, not offering commissions to buyer's agents. We could sell the home for more money and faster, not offering commissions to buyer's agents. And we cover all that in our coaching and training. It's all factual. Okay. And you will learn it too, but I'm not saying jump in and do that one thing. I'm just using that as an example of how convoluted one word and the mission and the definition of it can be. It's just my discovery. I don't know about you and what your discovery is, but that's mine. So it's like, no. List the definition, because that is the true meaning of the word. So that's what this is, a collection of core values and the definitions of them. So you can see right here up front is second mile service. So I'm going to take a few minutes here and walk you through this. Since you're interested in being a part of your home sold, Guaranteed Realty, our system, and the licensing and all that, see what you think. Okay, second mile service, okay, goes back to when Christ did his Sermon on the Mount, okay? And he said, if someone asks you to go with them a mile, go with them 2. Now, when if you don't know the backstory on that, when Christ said that to the people that were listening to him speak that day, many of them that were listening were really pissed, and they begin to get up and leave, okay? And the reason is because he was speaking to Jewish citizens, or Jewish people rather, and at that moment in history, they were occupied by Rome, and it was well known that the Roman Empire, okay, or I shouldn't say that the empire, the centurion soldiers would be walking down the road, and if they saw a Jewish person, they would stop them and make them carry their stuff, their shield, their backpack, whatever they didn't want to carry. They would make them carry it wherever they were going, so they didn't have to. And if the Jewish person didn't do that, they beat them up or killed them. Okay, and crazy, isn't it? So anyway, this gets back to the Roman Senate, and the Roman Senate's like, that's probably not the way to go about doing things for our territories that we've conquered. So why don't we do this? You can ask them to carry your stuff, soldiers, but no more than a mile. Okay? And that's when they begin to establish mile markers, which we still have today, mile markers. So how about that story? So when Christ said, hey, if somebody asks you to go with him a mile, go with him 2. What he was saying is like, you're not going to want to do this. It's going to run contrary to everything you want to do. It's all you can do just to do the minimum. Okay? But if you will go the extra mile, even for those people that you hate or don't like, that's how you change the world. Okay? So that's our first core value. Number 2, empowering and inspiring others. Okay? That means that if we're not giving them the tools, the ability, the inspiration, what is necessary to succeed, we're failing. That's what that means. Empower means I believe in you. And inspiring is I believe you can do it. There you go. All right. Results driven. Okay. Uh, However you get there, as long as it's legal, ethical, not demoralizing or disrespectful. What matters is the results. I was involved in a business before where I was hired to coach, and one of the executives of that business was infatuated with notes. So in other words, if a coach talked to a member, the expectation of the manager was to put the notes into the CRM. And the coach wouldn't get paid unless there were notes put into the CRM. So I certainly understand that accountability, and I believe you do too. There's something to say for that. But the reality was is that if the outcome wasn't being changed, it didn't matter. The coach still got paid. So I come along and I'm like, why would we pay the coach whether there's failure or success? Wouldn't you at least incentivize, like cut the pay in half and pay half for putting the notes in and the other half for the results that we most want? And the results that we most want might be showing up to the coaching sessions, showing up to the group sessions, actually implementing something. Okay. That's what we want, because when people implement something that we believe is valuable, they win. And it was shot down. Okay. So that's an example of a business that wasn't results oriented, it was process oriented. We're results oriented because the process on how you get there and how you make it happen needs to be flexible to be achieved. Okay. Number 4, value relationships by expressing gratitude. Okay. That's just self explanatory. Expressing, you can value a lot of things, but if the other people don't know it, if you're not sharing it, like I know a lot of folks that I've coached and trained over the years before. I was a CEO of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, and we were doing this when I was involved in a coaching program. I remember helping a lot of agents, become multi 7-figure incomes. And then they would go on stage at their respective franchise. Okay, no joke. They would go on stage now they're in the top 10, top 5, top 3, number 1 for their respective franchise. I'm not going to name any names, but I could list quite a few of them. They'd be on stage and then they would talk about their success. I was here, now I'm here. And the way they positioned it was they did it. They figured it out. They invented it. And I'm like, wow, that's a lie. That's a lie. You're over the line there. What you should be doing is just, being honest, like I do. I told you my story about my meeting Marshall Redder and then that leading to my involvement with Craig and in everything and wherever it comes from and the people that I've learned from. So that's a core value that's representative of me, is like we need to give credit where credit is due. And we need to, and it allows me to constantly say thank you to those people. So if you value relationships, the way you express it is honesty and thankfulness, i.e., gratitude. That's it. So you can keep it inside, but that's not really expressing it, is it? So we want to express gratitude by saying thank you, thank you, thank you. How you doing today, Todd? Better than good. All right. Hey, go serve big. There you go. So that's a big core value for us. And the last one is embrace continual improvement. You know what that means? Change. If you get set in your ways and rigid in your ways, you can do that. But the best of the best of the best are looking to challenge their own status quo. Good enough never is. So positive change. That's our core values. So hope you like that. Here's our philosophy. The size of the hole that you give through is directly proportionate to the size of the hole that you receive through. Okay, so let us not weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest. So here's what this means. Whatever you want more of, give it away. If you want more money, give more of your money to charities and the local church. They can stretch a dollar a lot farther than we can, and you'll be amazed at what comes back to you. Give freely of your time and resources to others. You want more love in your life? Maybe we should try loving people that we don't like so much, right? You want more time? Go spend time with your kids and people that you can invest in, all right? That's a form of leverage anyway. So that's one of our core philosophies, which is why you saw in our buyer and seller agreements, you saw that we had a section in there that we're going to donate a portion of our income to a very worthy cause. And we celebrate these causes together, and we help them. And that's, I think, the purpose of business in some respect, right? Is to make the community and the world a better place. And you can change one life at a time. You can partner with a great charity or cause, and you can reach a lot more people and with $1 than you ever can by yourself. Yeah, all of that. So there you go. So there's our vision, there's our mission, there's our core values, and there is our core philosophy. Okay, along with 3 bonus gifts. So here's what you do now. Okay, feel free to use the follow-up script. Let me know how it goes. Okay, but you'll be involved in the training soon enough, you and your agents, if we pull the trigger on moving forward together. Okay, if we believe both of us is a good fit. Secondly, compare your blueprint and business plan and checklist to the one that I just gave you. Okay, and number 3, watch and see how integration is supposed to happen with technology. A plan and a system integrating with a done-for-you technology platform using artificial intelligence and the like. So with that, that wraps up my post-Built to Sell Discovery Day session. And you know what? I'm looking forward to reconnecting with you. And maybe we already have by the time you watch this video. I don't know, but enjoy the bonuses and go serve big. Thank you.